Hello everyone. Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I'm the Black Shadow, and I've just quickly turned the volume down this part. I think it was coming through quite loudly actually. It may well have been in the last video, so I've turned it down just for the moment. In the last video though, reality as we know it has... well, I can't really say it's ceased to exist. It's still there, but it's sort of not. It's a bit of a strange one, folks. Time has compressed. Past, present, and future have all merged. And as a result, the world has just completely sort of melted into itself. It's a really, really strange one, folks, but never mind. We have managed to avoid being swallowed up by it all, and we appeared at what we thought was Adia's house, which just turned into, well, it just turned into basically like a castle, sort of in air, on chains, which we're on at the moment. And basically, folks, the way this is that we're here, well, obviously where we are. If you want to follow these chains up to that sort of castle we saw, that is actually where Ultimecia is currently residing, folks. You know, and like I said, that was why there's all these seeds have been around. No, these future seeds, dead all around us, folks. I can only assume this is point in the future. This was in like a proper future when like obviously Ultimecia had basically taken control of everything, or was on the verge of it, and all these seeds were trying to stop her, but they failed. Ultimately, she took control of everything. But in this time-compressed world, we are now sort of present in that timeline, if you will, though we're not strictly. And we can head up these chains and go up to the final area of the game, for the final section of the game as well. But, like I've been saying for a few videos, there is something we have to do first. And that is involving the fact we've still got 2 Guardian Forces missing. We've still got 2 cards missing. And there is still something that we have not done yet, which I have been looking forward to. In as much of, really looking forward to actually doing it, as much as fear, because I know how hard this area is. I've seen it before, and oh god, this is going to get really difficult, folks. Basically, we shall have to see what happens, though. But nonetheless, we have got a mission to do, folks. Now, when we last stopped, we were here at these sort of 3 sort of portals, if you will, folks. These are basically these are more important than you might think. You can jump into any of these, and you can head through. I'll give you an example. Let's say we go into this one down here. We can jump across it like that, and from here we can walk inside. But what you'll find is all of a sudden, back at the world map. Now, is this a little bit akin sort of Final Fantasy 13, if you've played it, where like there's various points, like when you get to like past the point of no return, something, you get to the final area, the Orphan's Cradle, and there's like just before the very last portal again, there's like a few portals you can take, sort of thing, to various parts previous to the game. You got like the back into Eden. You can go back to like Urberish sort of area. You can go back to like the plains, that sort of thing. This is a little bit akin to that. What there is, folks, there are now 3 portals in the that we can see. They will take you to various areas around the world, basically. And what you can do is from there you can then still go around the world, though it's not quite the same as you might expect. Now, there's the first portal here that drops you here. This is the Wilburn Hill in northeastern Galbadia. Now, although you've got places like Delling City, you got the prison, Wind Hill, that sort of thing, The problem is now that we have... I suppose I'll show you if I put on Encounter None for the moment. Actually, I do want Encounter None on for now, actually. Where's... I need to go to who's got that, is it? Encounter None. And what you'll find, though, is if you start going around these red bits, like there's the old missile base where it got destroyed. Things are not quite the same as they used to be, because there are a lot of areas, if you go around in Disc 4, you will find they look like that. That is Delling City, but I'm pretty sure you can see that, folks. Like, white light sort of surrounding the area. If you try to get into Delling City, it doesn't work. Most areas of the entire game have this white light around them. We basically cannot enter them in this sort of time-compressed sort of world. Most areas of the game are now no longer accessible. Delling City is one of many. So you can go around, you can still fight on world maps. There are still some places, though, that you can enter as you just make our way back to the spot. I'll show you the second one leads to. There's a few areas that you can still head into. Oh, gosh, sorry. Now, where the hell's the portal gone? I'm trying to do two things, but there it is. So if we head back in there, folks, let's say most areas can't be accessed. There's a few areas that can be. Now, you have got, from this world map, I'll quickly get into the second portal. Now, there's still a few areas you can get, and they're largely Guardian Force related, is what you'll see. We enter the second one here. Now, basically, most places where you can get Guardian Forces, you can still enter. Like, this one here takes you to, here. This is, like, the northern part of sort of Centra. And you'll find, like, if you come down here, yeah, there it is. You see that? You got the Central Ruins in front of us there? You'll notice how that doesn't have a light surrounding it. And basically, out of the few areas you can still enter, almost all of them are guarded for sense. Like, because the Central Ruins is there. Because that means you can still get Odin, you can still get Tomberry, and you can get Odin now. Because if you get Odin on Disc 4 instead of Disc 3, you never get Gilgamesh, because of course Odin never dies. At the hands of Cypher, so you can do that. A few other places as well that are still open, and what the hell is that? Is that a portal over there or something? Don't know. That's not the only place. You've got the Tomb of the Unknown King. Interesting enough, you can go back to. Remember the place where we got the brothers? You can still head in there, which is why there's the first portals there. I've just realised. I was thinking, why is it there? You can still head in there. You can obviously get Brothers Guardian Force. Like I mentioned, the Deep Sea Research Centre is still accessible. That's why I've waited until Disc 4 to do it. I wanted to get hold of some things from our Guardian Force before we went in there. Interestingly enough, actually, the fire cavern here, interestingly enough, that is still accessible. I don't really know why the fire cavern is still accessible at this point, folks. There's no reason for it to be open, but it is, so, you know, that's one of those things. There's a couple other places that are still available. You can still get into, like, the backyard of Adia's orphanage from the world map, if you can get there folks, which is a bit fiddly. All the Chocobo forests around the world map, they're all still open. You can still head in there, you can still do the Chocobo things, because of course you get hold of the Chocobo stuff at the end, and that kind of bits and pieces, and we do need a Chocobo actually in a moment. I'll go into that in a second. I know some people who have played this game will know where I'm going to with that. I'll get there in a sec. And also, the VIII sort of mountain pass, which is around here, which goes between Trabia up here, and then got the Mordred Plains down here. That's also still accessible as well, if you're going through the on foot. Tears Point, which is that one, that's still accessible, because you need that to get in there to get hold of the Doom Train Guardian Force, if you haven't got hold of the Solomon Ring yet, so you can still get there. And I think that is about it, except for one thing which I have forgotten about, and I've been ignoring a little bit, is that I'm sure you can still see that. Now you'll notice there's no light around here, folks. Balan Garden has now vanished. Balan Garden does not exist anymore in this part of the time. It's gone. Not around. But we know what that red dot is. That is the Ragnarok. Now, I know some people do mention, and they talk about, no, there's a lot of times people do ask if you can actually still get to Ragnarok on Disc 4, because it is there, folks. I trust you. That is Ragnarok there. So, surely, you know, can we just get in and fly in it? Well, the problem is that out of all the forests that are around, none of them are really of any use. Well, the portals forest. Portals, yeah, got a portal there, one there, and then you got the one we just came out here, the Grandini Forest up here, you know, where we got the end of the Chocobo quest. That's all well and good, except that obviously none of them you can get there, which is a problem. But this is another reason why I did the Chocobo side quest, not just for all the stuff. It does have a little hidden, almost effect, if you will, especially if you've got hold of it and ridden before anyways, and got to the Grandini Forest before. Has an interesting little effect on Disc 4. Now, we are here at the forest here. You see, there's a portal just down here. Now, I will assure you, we can get to the Ragnarok, folks. Getting there is a little fiddly, but it can be done, and I will show you how to get back to the Ragnarok, folks. I will show you. Now, from here, actually, I think there's actually two ways, actually, of getting back to the Ragnarok. This is the one I always, that I know about. I think there's another one. I can't think for the life of me what it is off the top of my head, so hey. So, let us head to the final Chocobo Forest in the game, folks. This is obviously where all the Chocobo dance, the Choco dance sort of thing, the Choco jig. And obviously, this is where we ended the Chocobo side quest, got hold of the Chocobo card, that sort of thing. And you see, we can still enter here. And you'll notice, still a lot of Chocobos here. There's a little Chocobo there. Hello. Are you going to give me something? You can still get Gisar Greens for the little Chocobo, yet it will still take you 600 gil away from you every time. God damn it. But we're not here for that. We are here for the big Chocobo, because even if we are in time compression, we can still ride our Chocobos. Sorry about that, just I'm still slightly recovering from a cold. Anyway, so we've got hold of our Chocobo here. Now, the question is, alright, that's all well and good. What am I supposed to do with this Chocobo here? How the hell does that help me in getting to the Ragnarok, which is halfway across the map? Now, you've got a fair point there. Obviously, on paper, it looks kind of a bit crazy, really. But I assure you, from this Chocobo, you can get there. This is I don't know, well, you are sort of, I've always wondered if the game you're supposed to really get to the Ragnarok. I'm under the suspicion that the game deliberately gives you a chance to get the Ragnarok, but it's pretty well hidden. Now, I know that's the case for a reasonable moment. Now, let us change the camera angle. There we are, so that's what we're looking for. Now, from here, we need to basically get sort of near back to where we came from. We need to roughly head back in the direction of the port. Do that, we'll head down here. We need to basically get back down. We've got this little path here. Money? How am I still getting paid? I don't know. But never mind, folks. Now, the whole trick to getting back to the Ragnarok is the fact that, of course, Chocobos ride on shallows and across light water, and with this ability you can get back to the Ragnarok. Now what we want to do is head back to where the portal was and start making your way southward. You want to stay on the east side of the island. I mean, here obviously this is SR here, you've got all the panels, you couldn't see anything that was going on. Now if we just turn over here, you can see that's the lunar gate over there, which as you can see is also blocked off, saying it's not basically almost every place in the game is. And the problem is as well is that with some blocks, it does stop you doing something. It's like the Shumi village up here, that's blocked, so if you haven't done the side quest there, you can't do it. Other places are side quests, Wind Hill's blocked off, you know, almost everywhere is blocked off, folks. So that's why I did all the side quests in Disc 3. And I only left the Deep Sea Research Center for this disc because I know I can do it here. That and also because there's only one other sort of side quest of sorts, so it's more of a secret fight, if anything. So now we're heading down here. We're still I'll actually stick on this map for now so you can see where we're going. So heading down the south side now of SR here. And you see that you've got the Kashkabau Desert there, which is where we came back from Disc 3. Now if we just follow the ground around here a little bit. You got this little light patch show here. This is very important. That basically tells you can turn around. So at that point you can now get onto the central continent here, basically, and start traversing this. And again, you want to go down the east side and just triddle on around, and you can see that on the right, folks, we have got a beach. You may actually recognise this place as well. So if we head along here, head down the right here, there's a few little cabin passes we went through earlier in the game. Here we are back in the Kashkabau Desert, and if we head north from here, there is the Ragnarok ship. There you go, folks. You can get back to it. Now, I did mention that I do suspect the game deliberately gives you a chance to do it. It's not like a case, oh, you're not supposed to get the Ragnarok ship. What are you doing, Shadow? You shouldn't have access to that. I think developers knew what they were doing. The reason for that is if we had left, oh god, if we had left here, you'll see there's a pool here. Now, you'll note, if I just get off this, that you got the portal in the distance there, you can see. You got a portal here in Centra, got one over here, and one over here. Now, I'm sure you'll remember back at the chain, there were only 3 portals, so why the hell is there all of a sudden there's a 4th one? Well, if you head inside here, you'll see a 4th portal actually is now open for us. It is quite, it's a cool little idea that I do approve of that happens. So the game does have a 4th portal, you can access it, and that's why I think the fact it's there, as far as I'm concerned, means the game is sort of like the developers, if you can get there, good on you, well done. That's how you do it, and now that you've activated the portal, you can now basically traverse any continent in the game, bar SR you can't normally get to. But of course, now that we have got hold of the, now we've got the Ragnarok ship, let me get there. Now, we can once again go wherever the hell we want to. So if we come back to SR, you'll see, yeah, SR's still blocked off. The landing pad, can't go there, won't let you. No, that's most places in the game are blocked. There's the Sorcerer's Forum, I think that one is. That's blocked off at Tears Point. Like I said, it's open, folks. So that's all well and good. So now that we've done that, like I said, there's only one thing left for us to do. And before we do that, well, actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's actually head inside the Ragnarok ship here. How on earth the Ragnarok survived time compression, I don't really know. But then there's not a lot of things that time compression I do know. So hey. So? You survived time compression? What the hell? And all that ruckus started outside. Yeah. Time compression is starting. We must kill Ultimecia before she begins compressing time with this world too. Sounds serious. Go kick some butt! But this is the interesting part though, folks. You see, the CC members, obviously that we thought, you know, Joker, all of them, obviously that were in Battlefield Garden. Battlefield Garden has gone. But this is really craftily hidden, folks, that now that Battlefield Garden's gone, all those CC card members are now in the Ragnarok ship. And the CC members have completely changed now. This is another sort of side quest, if you will, but it's more like a side thing you can still do. And yep, we can still play Keesus basically on this ship. Well, it helps with gardening this ship. But basically now, if we start having a little wander around the ship, you see that is Cardmaster is Jack. All the CC card players are now in the Ragnarok ship, folks. And she said like they've got rules all around the world. Basically, what that's referring to is that all the card players now play with a different regional rules. So, like one of them will play with like balance rules, one will play with like timbers, one with Galbadia. You know, you're looking at SR, Lunar Base sort of thing. All of that, they will play all the things, all the different card rules around the world, folks. And basically, the CC members are here so that if you haven't got hold of like all the you know, like the special cards, obviously, or the car collection, which only some of them have, or for whatever reason, you can get hold of them here. There is also something else as well that I know I've seen mentioned about. I don't really know much about it. Maybe someone watching this does know a little bit more. Maybe. Is that I have heard that a lot of the cards, like the special sort of 8, 9, and 10 cards, yeah, apparently you can actually get all of these cards from the CC players themselves, folks. That doesn't mean like, oh, if I haven't got hold of the Shiva card, for example, yeah, I can play one of these guys, get it here, that's all awesome. But I have heard as well that if you like mod like one of these cards, like if I modded the Shiva card, so it's a bit like this, like the Minotaur card. Oh, that's apparently now, yeah, you can see there, that's now, it's not used up, because it's B Garden, second floor, okay. Leviathan, apparently in the headmaster's office, and you see, all these cards have now started to respawn, folks. Cards that you previously used, modded, lost, whatever the hell you want to call it. Apparently, you can play these card members and get all the royal cards here. From what I've heard, I don't know much about it, folks. To be quite honest, I did some reading into it. No, I sort of got it. It was a little bit confusing in a way, but that's what I've heard, folks. If someone knows a little bit more about that, I'd love for you to let me know just a little bit more about it, or how it all works, doesn't work, or whatever. Because I'm not 100% sure, but that's just purely what I've heard. Basically. Right. So, anyways, with all that done. Oh, look, there's the Joker. Man, what a mess we're in now. Let me know if you need anything. Here, play cards for you too. I'm a CC group member. Yeah, pretty cool. Like I say, they're in all various parts, bits and places, these guys. There's the club. There was the club. What the hell was that about, folks? No, don't head up there just yet. Is there someone in here? Nope, no one's in the little conferencey regional thing here. But if we say head up now to like the bridge, you'll see all the gangs here. Now, remember what I mentioned about Keesus in the airlock? The airlock, of course, is where we first came to Ragnarok, a little bit back past where the club was. That's where you can play Keesus. You can't actually play Keesus cards here. Because, of course, we can't talk there anyways. I do know where we're going, but not just yet. I'll chat with Renoa. Hello. What do you mean? Relax. You'll be fine. Not good, apparently. Let's finish this. It's getting rough. Kiss Twisty, Sephi. God almighty. Now, is the game going to be nice and give me... No, it's not. Of course it's not going to give me anything. God damn it. Fine! All I want to do is I want to change party members is all I want to do here. Because, like I said, we're going to go do the research centre. We're going to do it properly in the next video. Actually get to it properly. But I want to just change some guys around. Now, for the purposes of the actual Team Zero Centre, obviously school, we've got to have it. We can't get rid of it. It is somewhat advised to have Zell in your party, because if you have Zell in your party when you go to the research centre, there is certain things you can do. So, he's staying in the party. I'm torn between having Selfie and having Renoa. I'm going to have Selfie for this. Because we're going to be using Renoa later on. When we get to the castle, we're having Renoa in our party. So I'm going to have Selfie with us now. And then I'm thinking the final party is probably going to be like going through the castle. Probably Renoa and Irvine, probably. So actually, I'm going to stick with that as it is. But hey, it gives me a chance to save, because I haven't saved yet. So that's good. We shall save the game there. And with that saved and everything good, now we've just got to find the research centre. Now, the centre you can actually find, actually as early as Disc 2, you can actually find the research centre. However, you can't actually access the research centre, because that's the point. We've only got Balan Garden. You have to have the Ragnarok ship to actually be able to get into the centre. You can go past it. Now, as you can see here, lots of areas, places being found, various bits and pieces, all well and good. So where the hell's the research centre? Well, the research centre is hiding in a very, very crafty place, folks. Is that it's not even on the land, it is hidden away very, very carefully. Now, if we here, the research centre is actually not where you might find it is. Now, here, let's head, well, I'll tell you where it is. The research centre is about here-ish, around this sort of area, in this vast bit of sea, nigh on the corner. Now, if we just go the other way, click around the world, just get down here again. I'll put up the big map just so you can see where the hell we're going. So we head here, so we'll come onto the left side of the map now. There we go. Now, the research centre is somewhere around here. There it is, folks. It is right in the corner, right down there. Now, as I said, you can actually go past here with the Balan Garden, but you can't actually land. But with the Ragnarok, we can. And you see there's like a little helipad of sorts here. And this is it, folks. This is the Deep Sea Research Centre. What did you think I just said? See, if you've got Zell with you, he also knows a little bit about this place as well, which is kind of cool. Know it all, Zell, to the rescue again, baby. Ready for a little story time? Yeah, why not? There's only time compression going on. Here it goes! This island's most likely that mobile research facility. AKA Battleship Island. They research. They were trying to develop a draw system like ours. You know, like obviously we use draw points to like get our magic. This is basically like an artificial way to do it in a way. They probably travelled all over the world to gather different energy and materials for their research. Now how the heck it ended up here? I heard they did some hardcore research here. They even used Guardian forces for experiments. The science geeks, it was Treasure Island. You think... No! Don't use BS in that term! You're not BSing, I'm sure. You're black shadowing, but you're not BSing. Damn! That's going to put my company into disrepute. Maybe I should give this guy more credit. But as I said, this is it. Now, I think there might be something here. Information, the info corner. So something I haven't really looked at much is as you go through the game and you learn about more things, they all do come up here. But if you go to like information, all these locations we've been visiting, you can come here and you can learn stuff about. Like we go to Delay, small country on the eastern continent, Galbadia, remnants of an ancient empire. We go to the D-District prison. It's become a symbol of President Delling's fascist policies. Good God Almighty. To the Unknown King. Raiden's name is due to the fact the ancient belief that calling a dead king by his name brings bad luck. And we're going to put the guiding force around here as well as other monsters, that sort of thing. What else we got here? We can go to SR. SR's got 3 of them. Founded by people immigrating from the Eastern Century around the same time Delay was founded. Mild climate temperament of the people soon gave way to scientific advancement. Sorcerer's War. Usually they're concerned over Dr. Odine's inventions having a negative effect on the state of world security. They closed off their country for 17 years. It's very likely that President Laguna will be criticised for keeping silent for so long. Various bits and pieces. Got Moon, a world of monsters. Many works of art and epics about the moon throughout history are evidence of its mystical powers. But the research centre. A man made a mobile island for marine life research. Disappeared mysteriously after much wandering. Since the facility members are still alive, it is assumed to have concealed intentionally. 3015 found a strong energy field. 4141 call this place deep sea deposit. 4242 seal off the deposit. And like I said, there's all sorts of things here. I could have shown these. Like, there's even the people here. There's Odin here. Sort of thing. I should have shown some of these off. Never mind. The Great Hind, Great Mankind. There's all sorts of things here. And of course, we've got the battle information. That sort of stuff. Good work score. 166. And indeed, got very good. But anyway, so this is the research centre. In the next video, we're actually going to be heading inside here, and this is arguably one of the hardest sections of the game. And as I'm sure you've probably guessed by now, this is not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but the rewards are huge if you can survive. That is, and I don't care if you have a ridiculously overpowered party. This is not easy, anyways. But we shall be tackling this place in the next video, folks. So I thank you all very, very, very much for watching. And I'll see you inside.